So let me start off by telling you a little bit about myself and why we are doing this. Some of you already know us. Emerald Heights team already know me, and there's some other counselors here who already know the work that we do. Over the last 10 years, I have been involved in helping students with scholarships to colleges and universities abroad. And last year, I set up FutureWise. FutureWise is an online platform for students where we help them build future skills. And I'll tell you more about it later. Now, Google Sheets has been something I've been using for 12 years every day of my life, not just for professional purposes, not just at the office, but at managing my own personal life as well, managing my to-dos, managing the finances, managing the all the important life goals or those things. So professionally, yes, but this is such a important tool that I use it everywhere in my life now. Yeah, and I feel this tool is is very very powerful, and if we take the key aspects of it, it can really help uh, change our lives, save a lot of time for us. And I hope that uh, today, by the end of this session, I'm able to give you at least one or two tips. We're going to talk about five or six, but even if you take back one or two key tips from here, it will be fantastic. Yeah. Hey, hi, Nishrin. Hi, Anu. And may I once again request if you can switch on your camera so that there is some visual feedback and I can know that that I'm being received well.
Hi there.
So I hope.
Sorry, I will request not to switch on my camera because I was not prepared for a camera facing
No,
webinar.
no worries,
But
Nishrin.
I'm
It's
here.
okay.
Thank you so
No
much.
worries, no worries. But if you're on a laptop, I'll just ask you to open Sheets and all of that. Try to follow that so that you will learn while you do. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So let's start off. I'll start sharing my screen and I'll just share the plan for the day with you. What we are going to do over the next 55 minutes or 1 hour. Yeah. The very first thing I will request everyone to do is make a copy of this sheet. Yeah, I'm putting the link in the chat, and how to make a copy. I just put the link in the chat, and now from there you just go to File and say Make a Copy. File and make a copy. Yeah, and then you go to your own sheet and you start working on your sheet. So that's where we'll start. Let's just make a copy of this sheet so that you can also work alongside. And if you are not on a laptop, for it's okay, you can simply watch the whole recording and you can go along together later. But go to File and go to Make a Copy. Yeah, so that's where we'll start. the ne- Now the tools that we are going to learn about today is, number one, how to auto highlight some cells, how to color code some cells. Yeah. First thing we learn is how to make a new sheet and a Google form, and how to connect a Google form with a Google sheet. Then we'll talk about highlighting some specific cells within a sheet so that visually it becomes much more understandable. Visually, you can see which is a red cell, which means which requires immediate attention, which is a green cell, those things. So we'll color code some of those rows and columns. Next, we'll fill some forms on a student's behalf and gather that information in our master sheet. So we'll have a master sheet, and this sheet that you have in front of you, let's call it the master sheet. We'll connect a Google form with this sheet so that you will know that how, when a student fills a form, how that data is received on the other side. Then we will talk about data validation, where you can just create drop down menus within your Google Sheet. You can create drop down menus so that you don't need to type the whole thing every time. And you can just have, you can type the first few words and it automatically fetches the data and fills that cell with the full thing. Let's say if I say Stanford University, so if you just say STAN, it will start showing Stanford and then you can fill it up. The most important function, there are two formulas that we will learn today. The number one is import range, in which using which you can import data from one sheet into another Google Sheet. Very important when you are working with multiple students, multiple counselors. Having those import range functionalities are very, very important. And the fifth one, which is my absolute favorite, is called VLOOKUP. And VLOOKUP actually fetches specific data from one row to a different row. And once we start doing it, you will know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. So let's get going, everyone. Uh, let's start with the first one, which is making a new form and a new sheet. Yeah, we'll start off by making a new form, a Google form, a simple Google form. Uh, and either you can just go and say, make a new Google form here, create a new Google form, or open forms.google.com and create a form. Or a shortcut is form.new. Just click that in your browser, form.new, and see, form.new creates a new Google form. Yes. Now let's call this college list. So the case study that we are going to do today is we are going to work on how students can make their college list. There are many, many case studies, and let's take this one simple case study where you ask the students to make their college list and share it with you or submit it to you. Yeah. And every school, every counselor might have a different way of doing it. This this format actually can be replicated when you are working on essays, when you are working on common app activities, when you are working on SAT scores and all of that. So this form, this sort of style can work in very, very many different formats. Let's start off by asking the student their name and college name. Which college are they applying to? And let's say, okay, now here there are multiple options. You can say the student enters a short answer, they enter a whole paragraph, they enter a multiple choice question where they can select one option, or check boxes is when they can select multiple options. And then there is a drop down as well, where you can create a whole list and students can select from the drop down menu. They can also upload a file. You can create a linear scale from 1 to 5, 1 to 10. You can ask the students to rate stars, 1 star to 5 star. You can have a multi-choice grid. Uh, you can also have a checkbox uh, and date and time. So there's many options. Right now, I'm just going with a short answer one. So in the description, I can say enter the full college name and country. Okay. So this is just something which the students will see when they make the form. Yeah. If you want, you can try and follow this and maybe make a new form at your end, because now we are going to use that in the sheet. So I'm going to publish the form. Responders, anyone with the link can respond to the can respond. Yes, I want anyone with this link to respond to it. Yeah. So let's publish it. Yeah. Uh, and shorten URL. Yes, okay, shorten it, make it shorter. Done. So this form is made. Yeah. Now, when a form like this is made, few things you need to know is, first, there are many different response types. You have to select the right kind of response for that specific field. These are all called fields: name field, college name field, etc. Yeah. And in the settings, you can Uh, you can actually add new people over here. uh, Whoever you want to share the edit access to the form. If you are multiple counselors team, you can say, I have made the form, now please edit it, so you can share the form. This is not for students. Don't share the form with the students, otherwise they'll have edit access to it. Also, the link for editing the form is different, and the link for a published form is different. Yeah, copy responder link means this is the link which students should see, not the link which ends with a edit. Yeah. So let's do that. In the settings, there are many options. Uh, like you can ask this, there is one option which automatically fetches their email ID so that they don't need to enter their email IDs. Collect email address by default. So if you say do not collect, then it will not ask for their email ID. But if you say verified, then the students will need to log in from a Google account, from a Gmail account, or if you are on a Google Workspace system, then you can go for the verified option. Yeah. Now let's go to the responses, and I'm now going to link it to Sheet. Right now, this is just a form, but now when a student fills the form, it will come in a Google Sheet. So I'm just going to link it to either a new sheet. We can create a new sheet, or you can select a sheet which is already existing. Right now, I'm going to take all this data, all the students who fill this form, into the Google Sheets that we have created, the main master sheet. So I'm just going to select that. It will ask me which sheet do you want to link it to. So I would say this one, Google Sheet, the one that is open right now for everyone. Yeah. So now you will see automatically that this data is being collected over here. Yeah. It says form responses. Let's just call it application list, right? Because this is where all the apps will show up, because students will fill this, and it will show, for a group of, let's say, 100 students, it will probably show, if on an average they will fill 10 applications, it will show 1,000 rows. Hmm? Tremendous amount of data. There's lots and lots of data, but Google Sheet will make it very, very easy for us to actually work with that data. Yeah. So let's start off here. And I don't like this style of representing the table. So I will just go back to revert to an unformatted data. So it just makes it simple like this. Just some formatting things. And I just make it bold, make it yellow. I remove I'll uh, delete these extra columns just to make it look a little nice. And I'll just delete these rows as well for now, just so that our attention is on these limited number of cells. Okay. So far, everyone, we are following me, right? To those who joined a little late, we are right now doing the connecting Google form with a Google sheet. Simple. We did that. We made this Google form. I went to response, and it asked me to select a response destination. I connected it with the Google sheet. Okay, another interesting thing is, if you want a notification whenever someone fills a form, go to the form and just say get email notification for new responses. We use that, when students register for, in future wise, I just say get email notification, so that I know someone has signed up and I need to take action now. Yeah. Same way in Next Genius, when someone fills a registration form, I ask that, get an email notification. So it sends me a very nice email notification. Okay. So let's now fill some data in this. Yeah. Let's open a form. I'm now filling it as a student. Yeah. Okay. So let's say Devesh Lathi, and I'm applying to um, Harvard University, US. Yeah. And I'll submit it. Okay. So that's my one college. Let's say I'm also applying to uh, Ashoka University, India. Okay. Then what else? Let's say I'm applying to Stanford. You no,
Maybe one from other country.
Yes. So let's do one Oxford. So let's say, okay. And what else do I have here in the college DB? I have MIT. So let's apply to MIT as well. Yeah. MIT. Uh, and then let me also submit it as a second student. Now let me call myself Akash Sharma. And my first college is MIT. My right now I'm just filling the data up so that we have some data to play with. Yeah. Akash Sharma. And I'm also applying to University of Oxford, UK. Yeah. Let's see. So see, now this data has started showing up in this sheet. Yeah. Now, because we linked it to this application list sheet, all the students who filled up this form, the data is very quickly, it automatically starts filling in this sheet. Okay. That's fine. Now, you might think कि ऐसा क्यों करना है? Why should we have student fill the form? I can simply update this sheet here and we can do that. Let's do that. Let's add some more data like this. I can just type this data. Let's say I'm just copy pasting it from another place, which is equivalent to typing AKASH. Sharma is applying to University of applying to Stanford University, and timestamp may you can just leave it blank or something like that. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So it's flexible. You can have them fill the form or you can copy paste it. It doesn't matter. But I prefer forms because there are fewer chances of errors. The formatting is very, very standard. The formatting, when the data comes from a form, the formatting is not messed up. Yeah. And that's why I want to do the forms. Okay. Now, now the interesting things start. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's just we have a college database. Okay. Now, this is something you will need to build. You already might have, you've been working on this. So you might have a college database with the name of the university, country, acceptance rate, SAT scores, tuition fees, deadlines, application deadline, early and regular website. And then you might have many more columns, what all essays are required, what all LORs are required, etc., etc. This database is something once you have it, one thing that you must take care of always is the name should be unique. There has to be one unique value. If you say there is uh, American university, there are six American universities in Paris, in Dubai, and all of that. So it's important that you have a University of Paris. And then there is American University, US. I'm just adding names here. Paris is in France. And I'll just add the country as well here, US. So why is this important? Because the formulas that we are going to use will need at least one column to have all unique values. Sometimes students might have different same names. There might be two Akash Sharmas in your school in grade 12. Always make a name unique. Akash dot S Sharma for his father, Akash dot P Sharma. Unique names are important, and whenever you are using Google Sheets, it's a very important and a good practice to have at least one common unique name for maybe the college, or you can add a ID number, you can add something else. Sometimes the email ID can be unique. Students, of course, everyone will have a unique email ID. Using all of those unique features, we can make some very, very interesting updates and changes in the form. So this is one tip that I wanted to give you. Have unique names. Okay. Now let's do one thing. We will fetch the deadline. We will fetch the deadline from a master database. This is a master database, and this is a database which is being created. It's getting updated as soon as a student fills it. It gets updated. We can't just say deadline, every time a student fills a row, we can't keep on adding November 1 or Jan 1. It has to be fetched automatically. That's what we are doing. And that's where this function called VLOOKUP comes up. Hmm? VLOOKUP is a function which fetches data from a different sheet into the main sheet. Now, before we come to VLOOKUP, I just want to show you how formulas work. There is a simple uh, tool, let's say in Google Sheets, we can just use simple formulas to show how data can be modified. Like these four numbers, I just added it randomly just to show you. They add up to 12. I can also do it like is equals to. Is equal to is a sign which tells us that now a formula is being added here. A formula takes values, or it takes an input and gives an output. That's what a formula does. In Google Sheets, formulas takes inputs. The input is called parameters. It takes inputs and gives out an output. So here, what I want to do is I want to add these numbers. So I'll just say is equals to, and there are thousands of formulas. If when I say S, it's already starting to show up all these formulas. I will say sum. So sum of which values, I can simply just drag and drop like this. I can just drag and drop. So it will select all the cells and it will give me the sum of this, which is 14. Yeah. So this is the sum. I can also do average. So is equals to mean or average of these numbers. Yeah. You can also type it or you can also select the cells. Yeah. So it gives me the average. Same way there is, let's say I want the, uh, okay. I mean, you get the whole idea, right? We use a formula, and that formula can be used in thousands of different things. Yeah. It now let's say a simple formula, a simple formula for converting all of these into capital. College name like into a all caps lock, just formatting things, yeah, is upper, no, no, not upper, yeah. So it just makes all of this capital, yeah. There are so many formulas, there's thousands and thousands of formulas. We will just try to cover two or three things here. Delete. Okay. So VLOOKUP, and I'll take 5 minutes to talk about VLOOKUP. I'll just
Devesh,
go through it.
Devesh,
Hmm.
Anu here. Sorry to interrupt. Good
Yes,
morning.
Anu.
Devesh, can you, if possible, once you're done with VLOOKUP, can you help me with that COUNTIF formula? I
Oh,
always mess up the
absolutely.
COUNTIF one because what happens is sometimes those students fill up more than once. So our
Okay,
team end up getting counted as more than one, and also because they must use a different phone number or email ID, but it'll be the
let's
same
do that.
person.
We'll do that. Yeah, we'll talk about COUNTIF. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so now is equal to. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to fetch the deadlines from the main college database. This college database will have 100 colleges, 200 colleges, any number of colleges, right? For all of you will have different kinds of colleges here. What I'm trying to fetch from here is I'm trying to fetch the application deadline. Let's right now look at the regular deadline. Yeah. Uh, for Harvard is equals to VLOOKUP. I just typed VL and it just shows that formula. I can just go down. I can click here, so it will just fill the whole name, or I can just click tab. I've clicked tab right now. Now VLOOKUP. Uh, what do you want to look for? I want to look for Harvard University. So the search key means what are you looking for? What are you searching for? Range means where are you searching? So I will, this is blinking, which means it is looking for an input. I will click here and I will select all these columns. Select all the columns, yeah? All the way from, don't select like this. Select by clicking the top. Yeah, select by clicking on, one second, let me show you. I'm clicking A all the way till I. Yeah. Hmm? Now index means in this record, in this whole data that you collected, which column number should I return? Because as soon as it finds Howard, it will return a specific row cell from that column. I want to return column F. Column F is sixth in this sequence. A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to return, actually seventh. I want to return. Return means give back. I want to fetch. I keep saying return, but I want to fetch the application deadline RD, which is the seventh. So I'll say 7. And then it's asking if you want the exact match or approximate match, which means it's asking if Harvard University US is exactly present there, or you want, it's okay if someone says Harvard or something like that. I always go for 0, which means it's an exact match. And see, it returned nothing. It returned an error. Can anyone tell me why did it return an error?
Because there was no Harvard in that list.
Absolutely. Yeah. There is no Harvard here. So let's add that. Let's add Harvard here. And I'm just copy pasting the exact name and not typing it here. And let's just say Jan 1, 2027. Yeah. And let's go back and see if now it fetches. See, it fetched it. It fetched the date. Yeah. Okay. Now, do I need to write this formula for all these again and again? Absolutely not. That would be really, I mean, that would be funny if I did that. I would just say Control D. Control D just copy pastes the whole data down. Yeah, whatever is in the top cell, I'm just selecting these things. I'm just selecting all of these and just saying Control D. Control D fetched everything for me. Okay. Now Ashoka, it's not returning anything because Ashoka is not there. So let's add Ashoka here in my college DB, college database, Ashoka, India, and I'm just adding the deadline. April 1, let's just say, let me just say it's March 1, 2026, just to show you some things. Now I'm saying March 1, 2026, and application list, okay, it's here, March 1, 2026. And Stanford also, I don't know, we had Stanford, but okay, it said USA. See, funny thing, here it said USA, but यहाँ पे मैंने US लिखा, so it did not return anything because it was looking for the exact match. This is the tricky part. Okay, this is very, very important and tricky. It has to be exactly the same. There cannot be any space after the name. Otherwise, if there is a space, it uh, doesn't think it's the same thing. So I'll just delete the space and go back to the same thing. Yeah. So now we know where these deadlines are, and now we know where these students stand. Yes, Anubha.
Devesh, I just have a question. You gave them the exact match that was a 0 in the
Yes.
index. What if we just want to ask them to give us something which is closer, like just like US and USA? Is that possible?
It will usually return a bad response because it will, when as
Okay.
soon as it sees the US, it
Mm-hmm.
could probably be another university in US. If it's
Okay.
Stanford US, uh, and it's Stanford University US, if those are two different universities, then
All
you will
right.
get, as soon as it sees the first match, it will return that value. So
Okay.
it works in some places, in accounting, in finance, it might work. But in our kind of work, it's better to have the exact match.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So now we have the deadline fetched. Now two students are applying to MIT. We can see that here. Uh, okay, let's just fetch one more data and I'll show you VLOOKUP once again through that. Let me just add, let's say, the average SAT here so that we know 1100, 1150, 1500, and 1290. Just added these just for our reference. And tuition fees, let's say it's 40 lakhs. These are all numbers. Don't need to say lakhs or anything here. 40, 45, and it's better to keep it as numbers. Harvard is 80 lakhs. Ashoka is actually not 80, I'd say 65. And Ashoka is 10. Yeah. Now let's fetch their tuition fees. Okay. Fees is equals to, once again, VLOOKUP. Very important, the most important formula ever. Yeah. Let's do it once again. VLOO tab, so it just completes the formula. Search key, again, I'm searching for Harvard, so I click Harvard, I tap on Harvard, and comma, so that was the first parameter. What am I searching for? In which range? I'm searching in the college database, so I'm just doing all of this, selecting everything, comma, which column number? Anyone, which column number should we fetch now? What is the index column number?
4, no, 5.
5, right? Because this is the first one. And the search key always should be in the first one. Yeah. So we start counting from where the search key or the unique name is. And that's why I was asking you to keep that as unique, and then 5 and then 0 and then enter. See, it fetched the data for me. This thing. Yes, Nishreen.
Can we just not write the column name? Is that not possible?
Like, I didn't get that.
Like column E, instead of counting,
No, you can't. It it,
you
it
can't.
takes only
Okay.
numbers. It
Okay.
because sometimes if I start from here, let's say if I move the website here for just for the sake of it, and if I say let's do that fun thing once, yeah. But let me just okay. It fetched the wait. It fetched the SET this thing because we moved a column in the middle. Let me just control Z it once. It it fetched the fees right now in lakhs INR. Yeah. Let's do one more thing. Let's fetch the website for once. Yeah. Everyone, are we roughly following me? Are you roughly following? Yeah, broadly, 80%, 60, 70, 80%. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Let's get their website. Yeah. Once again, I start with VLOOKUP. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this thing exactly, and I'm looking in this college database. So I select all the way from A to H, comma. If I H is like eighth one, so 8, comma 0. Okay. So it did not fetch the Harvard website, of course, because we never added it. So I'll just add it over here. Okay. So it's complete now. Yeah. Now, you see, interestingly, it's not just the college name which is unique. The website is also unique. Yeah. Which means, website can also be used to fetch data. Yes. Are you following me, everyone? Any questions? I'm happy to take questions right now. This is something you must know. Yes, Divya.
I wanted to check if Google Sheets can be used only amongst the tabs that are available in a single sheet, or could we make use of it through different Google
You
Sheets
can
as
use multiple sheets, and after this formula, after VLOOKUP, I'm going to show you how you can use multiple sheets. Yeah. It's called import range. Import range is importing
well?
data from one sheet into a different sheet. That's the
Which could work similarly with as in VLOOKUP does.
yes, quite similar to that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So website. See, now we have the website here, and now see, if I have to fetch something using the website, let's say we want to fetch the notes. Let's consider website as the unique thing. And if I want to say notes as this is a STEM focused institution, this is, let's say, known for STEM, liberal arts. It's also known for their business, etc. It is STEM, STEM, all majors, all and liberal arts. I'm just giving some numbers. This doesn't necessarily need to be the same thing. You can also keep some other notes, but just for the sake of simplicity. Now let's fetch something using the website. Okay. Let's say notes, yeah, is equals to lookup for this website. And where do you want to look it? In this database, but now I'm just selecting these two columns because the lookup thing, what we are looking for should be in the first column always. And that's where it will start looking. So in the first column, comma, what should be the index number? What should I write? Which column is it? In
Two,
this two, right?
two, two.
Fantastic. Two. And then zero. So see. Okay, it returned okay, let's just see if control D. It did not return anything. Why so? Let's see why what okay, because the formula was wrong. I did not write it nicely. See, it's missing the first parameter itself. Uh, it's not like there has to be one more parameter. I have to tell it कि क्या देखना है, what it has to look up. It has to look up for this. I made an error in the formula. See, now it returned everything nicely. Yeah. Hmm? See, there is more in this formula, like how to reference the cell, but I don't want to get into that nitty-gritty. I want you to explore it a little more. But VLOOKUP is the formula which will actually simplify a lot of things for you. Yeah, the more familiar you start getting with it, the better, the smoother your work will be. VLOOKUP. Let's do some more interesting stuff. Now let's just highlight cells. See, now all these things are very much sortable. You can sort on the name. Let me add some more data over here. Let me add some more student data. Let's add some more um, uh, student names here. Yeah. And now I'll just select, I want to fetch all these data over here. I'll just select the top row, go down and just say control D. So that data gets filled up for all the students in the same format. Yeah. I copy pasted it. You can also ask students to fill this. Remember, we started off here, we were filling this. So I copy pasted and now we have this information for all the students. I'm entering a new column here and say days to deadline. How far is the deadline? How many days is the deadline coming up in? Is equal to, so I'm starting a formula, this day minus today. यानी Jan 20, Jan 1, 2027 minus TODAY and today open close which will return today's date. So there is 307 days and control D. Now this March one, this kid has just one day for that deadline. So let's do one very interesting thing. Let's highlight that because when you have hundreds of students, let's when you have hundreds of students and the rows are all sorted in very interesting different ways, then this one should actually shine so that you know that this is red, this is something we need to take action on. Maybe we need to send a message to the student, where are you, have you submitted your application or not? This is where conditional formatting comes into picture. Conditional formatting means giving a condition that if this thing is true, then format that cell to red or green or to blue or to a different color. If, and that's where format and conditional formatting comes into picture. Once again, format, conditional formatting, okay? And it just simply just colored it randomly. But now I will ask you if this number is less than, I format cells if, so it's asking what should be the condition. The condition, there are many conditions. If the date is this, if the number is this, if it contains a specific text, or if the number is equal to or less than, I want any number which is less than 10 to be formatted as red, not black, red, like this. Yeah. Very, very interesting formula. Hmm? Yes, everyone. Let's do that for the fees now. Once again, select this column and go back to conditional formatting over here. Format, conditional formatting, and it will open it. Add another formula for any cell where the fees or where this number is greater than, let's say, 30 lakhs, or let's say 50 lakhs for, so just make it orange. Done. Yeah. And it can be done in many more interesting ways, like color code. Let's fetch the country right now. Hmm? And then I'm just filling it quickly. We look up here to and country. Let's say anywhere where the country says US. See, it's now this database practice that I'm using is too bad, because here I'm saying USA and then here I'm saying US. Not a good way to do things. It should say the same thing. So I just need to update the master database. This is the master college database. Over here, don't update it in this sheet. Don't update in the sheet which is fetching data. Update it in the main sheet of origin always. So now everything says either USA or UK or India. Okay. Now let's highlight anything which says USA. So format, conditional formatting, anything, anywhere where the text contains USA, make it blue. Done. Yeah. Eh, Conditional formatting is simple, easy. You can use it anywhere. You don't need to have so many steps to it. It doesn't necessarily need to be a complicated sheet. Use it anywhere. Yeah. Conditional formatting, everyone. Simple thing. It's very, very
Oh,
nice to use.
Devesh, can I
Yes,
ask a
Divya.
question?
Yes.
So is it that we can only add one condition like formatting, or can we add multiple? Like you've done USA, so can we also do a different color for
Absolutely.
UK and
Let's do that. Let's say anywhere which it says text, text is exactly, let's say text is exactly UK, color it to green and done. And then let's say India, text is exactly India. Let's just make it orange. It didn't do it. Why? Because I did not select the whole range. I was just on this cell. I should have selected the whole range. So apply to this whole range. Actually, I'll just cancel this. I'll just select the whole range and I'll just then say apply this formula where it says uh, text is exactly India. Hmm? And make it orange. Done.
Devesh,
Did
is there a possibility to apply a conditional formatting on the entire table? For example, US with the fee of greater than 40 lakhs should be in red.
we can do that? Yes. Let's. So once again, here it's doing that only. It's doing anywhere where it's more than 40 lakhs, or I think we took a different number. We took 50 lakhs. It made all of that orange. Yeah.
So this is just a condition on the fee. But for example, let's say, UK with a fee greater than 40 or US with a fee greater than 40, we want that university to be highlighted.
You want the university to be highlighted,
Yes.
or the fees number to be highlighted, like
We can make the fee number also highlighted, like either or. But essentially,
okay,
if we want to showcase that, let's say this, like we want to apply multiple conditions to the same table.
we can do that. But it becomes a little complicated. Let's
Okay.
try that. Okay, I'm now trying it with you. Okay. Format, conditional formatting. I selected both of these. Add another rule. And now, uh, if it's greater than, let's say, 20, then make it red. So it made that red. It didn't make the university name red. Okay, let's see. We'll have to, let's try and apply a formula. Okay, let's just say this. Let me select the university name, and let's say I have to apply a formula is equals to. is equals to if this is D is greater than 40, then make it red. No, it didn't work. So I'll try and figure that out. Yeah.
Okay, no
But
worries.
at least we can make the fee column red. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yes, Divya.
Um, we have applied the conditional formatting vertically. Can we apply conditional formatting horizontally?
Okay, like the whole row.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what Shraddha was asking. Can we make the whole row orange? I was trying to do that, but
But then hers
the,
was even more specific. Country, then again fee. But say
the
I only want to apply conditional formatting, highlighting students applying to US or UK or
okay,
India
okay, we
only.
can do that. We can do that, right? So let's do one thing. Let's say data sort sheet. Everyone applying to the US is over here now. Yeah. Okay. So we sorted it, and now everything is over here. Same way, if you want to see all the students who are applying to a specific Oxford, let's say, you sort it on that. If you want to see all the college that a specific student is applying to, you sort it on their name. It sorts that. Yeah. So sorting
You mean to say
takes,
sorting is equal to conditional application?
oh no, sorting doesn't add colors to it. Conditional formatting adds color. Yeah. Sorting just brings it in front of you in a specific sequence. Conditional formatting also colors it. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to check. So
Yes.
conditional formatting cannot be applied horizontally, it can only be applied vertically, is what you're saying?
That's right.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Anubha, yes.
Devesh, I had a question. Like for days of the deadline,
Hmm.
suppose when we formatted this entire thing, there
Hmm.
were maybe 12 or 13 days to deadline,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was not colored in red. So the moment it changes to 10, like
It will
that,
automatically become red.
all right.
Yeah. See, let me just show it to you. I think we said 10. If I
Mm-hmm.
just write 9 to here, yeah. But if I write 20, it will not. I'm just typing once again 9. Yes.
Right. I get
20.
that. But like just maybe today it's 11 days, tomorrow it becomes 10. So tomorrow will it change to,
It
it will
does it
automatic.
automatically
Okay,
because
fine.
it checks for today. आज क्या date है? Yeah. It will automatically
Right.
change. If we were doing it 10 days later, if we were doing it 300 days later, then all these numbers, which is 307, will automatically be red. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Perfect. So we spoke about VLOOKUP, we spoke about what you call it, conditional formatting. Sorting is so important, it's fantastic. Sorting just does a lot of work. If you want, and there is filters also, you can just say view, you can say data and filter, and just say I only want to see Akash Sharma, so it's filtered, so now you see only Akash Sharma here. Yeah. Okay. Sorting, conditional formatting, filters, VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is the life changer always. Okay, now let's do another thing. Now let's let's fetch the let's make a students portal. See, right now this is the counselors portal where all the data is being fetched in a for a counselor. Yeah, you can see, and there will be hundreds and hundreds of rows, so that's where sorting will be important. You should very carefully look at how sorting works. Yeah. Now let's make a new sheet for a student. Let's, a sheet which you can call a student's profile. And I'm, see, just like form.new made a new form, a sheet.new makes a new sheet. Okay. Yeah. Let's call this sheet Akash Sharma. Akash Sharma, because this is a sheet Akash will have access to. Yeah. Let's let Akash see what his applications are. Hmm? And let Akash also have access to the college database. Now, this is where you were asking if we can work with multiple databases, multiple, right? Like, can we fetch data from one sheet to a different sheet? Yeah. Let's import a sheet. Let's import. It's called import. IMPORT range. Import range. See carefully how this formula works. Import range, spreadsheet URL. कौन सी spreadsheet आपको चाहिए? Which spreadsheet you want to fetch? I want this spreadsheet. So I copied it. It goes inside two double inverted commas V. I made two double inverted commas. So that was the first parameter. And then second parameter is what exactly do you want to import? I want to import the whole college database. So just copy the name nicely and don't change the name later on. Otherwise, it'll mess everything up. I want to import the college database. So double inverted comma, college database all the way exclamation. So this is just the uh, how the formula works, exclamation mark all the way from A1, so cell A1 to let's say Z 1000. Yeah. So, okay. Now it imported the whole thing. Yeah. It imported the whole database for the student. Okay. College database. You don't want to do that always. You don't want to share the full database with the student. But import range works like this. But what we and just yes, Divya.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just
Mm.
wanted to check if it does not work exactly like how VLOOKUP does for one particular column only.
Like if you want to get only one specific column imported.
Yes, and giving a link, or like you said, that there has to be one unique identity. So I have one unique identity in one separate Google Sheet, and I want to import data from into another Google Sheet having that one unique identity only.
We can try that. Let's try it. Huh? It's a little complicated, but we'll try to do it now. Okay. So right now it imported the whole thing, but we only wanted ki whichever app colleges Akash is applying to, only those should be imported, right? For example, Akash Sharma should be there, and only import those rows. So let's import those apps. And see, I'm also showing you how to protect this. Protect matlab don't let the students edit it. So just go to protect. I right click .in, I click protect sheet, and I say set permission to only allow, only you should be able to edit it, and done. So there is now this lock showing up that no one else will be able to edit it. Yeah. And just let's say, okay. Now let's try and import Akash's applications. See, we don't want Akash to see दूसरे बच्चे कहाँ अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, पूरी लिस्ट तो उसको नहीं दिखना चाहिए, राइट? ही शुड ओनली बी एबल टू सी हिज ओन एप्लीकेशंस. Let's import it. This is a tricky formula, fetching the exact sheet for Akash. I'm just doing import the application sheets, application list. Right now I'm importing the whole thing, comma, application list, copy, which exclamation mark, let's say A1 all the way till Z 1000. Yeah. And close. So it imported for all the students, but we don't want students to see other students' information, of course, right? First of all, let me just format it nicely. And this, yeah. Let's see how it goes now. Okay. There is this formula called filter. Filter this range. Okay, this is a tricky formula. It takes a little while, and for me, it will take a little while, I'm sure. Now we want only Akash Sharma um, to be fetched, right? So there is a formula called, see, this is the most complicated formula. If it doesn't, it'll take a little time to understand. Let's see. There's a formula called index. Index means uh, in this column, in the second column, C for Akash Sharma, but from which sheet? I'm just, it takes three parameters. Reference means what do you want to refer to? Which data do you want to refer to? I want to refer to this whole thing. I'm filtering this table. I'm filtering the imported table on a specific parameter. Yes, Divya, this is complicated. I'm importing the sheet on a specific parameter. The first parameter is in this sheet, uh, wherever the check for all the rows, which means zero. Zero means take everything. And for the second column, wherever it is equal to Akash Sharma and let's see if it works. Okay, see, yeah. See, this is tricky, but it will work. And okay, I'll show it to you once again. It will work. सी एक इशू इधर ये आ गया कि ये फर्स्ट रो मेरी गायब हो गई बिकॉज फर्स्ट रो में it had this thing, it had the. So what I'll do is I'll copy it, I'll insert one above, I'll just paste it, and the formula starts from here now. See, now I'll do it once again. Let's do it for a different student. Hmm? What I'll do is I'll make a copy. Well, let's say for Devesh Lathi now, and I'll show it to you the whole thing once again. Make a copy. So now Devesh Lathi का portal भी ready हो रहा है. Once one student's portal is ready, then you can copy paste and make other students portals. Yeah. See, यहाँ पे भी आकाश शर्मा क्या रहे हैं, but if we simply change this name to Devesh Lathi. Done. It's now showing me all the applications for Devesh Lathi. Yeah. This is this is the trickiest formula, but once you start using it, it just simplifies everything, but protect it. Hmm?
So basically, we're applying three formulas. One is index, filter, and
Yes,
importing the range.
that's right. And protect it. Otherwise, students will just change the name over here and they'll be able to see Sabka college list. Yeah. See, this is tricky, but it works very nicely. I'll show it to you once again very quickly. I'll explain this formula to you now. Let's start do from the beginning. Okay. Let's say I always prefer starting from import range because then I have a reference. Import range. What is the spreadsheet URL? It's this. It's this copy pasted. And then I'll just actually go back and just write filter. I want to filter it. Filter what? This whole range. I want to filter this whole range. And on what parameter? What is the condition? What is the condition? The condition. Okay, wait. Import range. What range do I want to import exactly? I want to import application list, the whole thing. One second. Oh, I missed something up. Okay. Import range, this application list A1 to Z1000.
Sorry, Devish, do you also need to close the inverted quotes on the dot?
That's
Is
what I
it?
was missing.
Okay.
Done. So right now it imported the whole thing. Okay. See, it imported the first row as well. But now I want to filter this data. So I'll just select the filter this thing. On what condition? See, this highlights. Abhi, we are on the condition thing. What condition? The condition is in this data, the condition is index function in this data. I missed something once again. In this data, whenever okay, no, in this data, import range, I have to write import range and close it. Here, which row? Get me all the rows. Zero means all the rows. Get me all the rows where the second column is equal to Devesh Lathi, and close it and enter, done. Yeah, works very nicely, tricky, but it works.
I hope we
That
get
is,
a link to this.
yes, this is there in the sheet that you copied. Yeah, I can see some of you are here on this sheet. This formula is there in the sheet. Acha, nahi, this formula is not there. I think I'll share this Akash Sharma file also. I'll because this formula is in a different sheet, so I'll let you anyone with the link. Yeah, done. And I'm putting this formula in the chat now. Yeah, this is the sorry, one second. Just one second. There's someone at the door. Just one second. I have a meeting going on. Come in 10-15 minutes. Okay. So now you are following this, yeah? 5 things we discussed agenda mein. We talked about how sheet.new and form.new helps you make new sheets, how to auto highlight cells using conditional formatting. We saw how students can fill data which gets updated in the sheet. How to okay, data validation is something I'll show you right now. Connect multiple sheets through import range and then VLOOKUP. And yes, Divya.
Sorry to bother, but I don't think we can see the link for the formula because it's a view only mode and we can only see the nodes.
Oh, okay. ठीक है मैं what I'll do is I'll just I copy pasted the formula here. Sorry, but still it will not show. What I'll do is I'll just see now you'll be able to see. I just added a / over here. Yeah. Okay. Let me very quickly show you how data validation works. What data validation means is that uh, the rows should fetch the college name from a specific place. Let's say I'm adding a new student, Ankur Jain, yeah, and I want that the college name should be selected from this list only. Like you don't copy paste the college name. You can't copy paste the college name. Yeah. So you can't copy paste it, but it shows up as a drop down. So go to data validation, and just say add a rule that it shows a drop down where drop down from a range, drop down from a range, and from this college DB. Yeah. Okay. So now here you can just drop down and select the college names. Yeah. How does it help? It helps because it's unique. You don't have to type it every time. It's easy to have a drop down. Once again, let me show you. Let me show you the countries now. Another way to do it is I say, let's say you've already added the countries over here in the college database. I just want that the countries should be used, can be done as a drop down. So I go to data validation, add a rule, uh, and it becomes a drop down, simply becomes a drop down, done. And now when I add a new college, I can simply say, let's say Kriya University, India, and which country? India. Yeah, and then you can add all of those details here. Okay. Data validation is something which is useful to keep standard names and standard country names, standard city names, and all of that. Yeah. Make sense, everyone? Okay. Okay. Now, Anu, are you there?
Very much, Devesh.
Oh, okay. Anu, let me just show you how COUNTIF works. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say,
Devesh, I'll just reiterate my question. What
yeah.
happens when you send the form? No, sometimes people think they have not filled it and they refill it.
Ah, Okay, so
same information. Sometimes
there is a
one or thing
different
will miss. Hmm.
different
So for
solution to it.
that, yeah, for that I need that, and also the count if when. Sometimes this like you showed me, Akash Jain will be three different leads, but
Colleges.
sometimes it will be the same lead.
Ah,
So that
yes.
difference also I need. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
See, for the form to limit to one, if you when you want the students to fill it only once, there is this option in the settings, say limit to one response. When you switch it on, it won't allow them to fill it again. So it's a simpler solution than count if. Yeah. Just say limit to
Okay.
one. Yeah, and then they will not be able to fill it again. If for some weird reason, if you want them to fill it again, then you'll have to delete their original response and say now you
Mm.
fill it again. Yeah. And you need to delete it from the Google Forms, not from the sheet, because sheet it doesn't check. It checks here also all the responses show up. You'll have to delete it
Mm.
from here. Yeah, and then just say limit to one response. So that's the first thing that you can follow. I will just show you how COUNTIF works in the country. Let's say how many colleges in my DB are from US, India, and UK. So country colleges. Okay. And I will just do very quickly copy paste all the countries, copy paste, and but why do we need US again and again and all that? So I'll just say data cleanup, remove the duplicates. Once again, data cleanup, remove duplicates. So it just shows the exact country names here. And now I want to see how many colleges in my database are from the US is equals to count if the condition is in count
Mm.
if range मतलब कहाँ पे which range where exactly do I look here in this column. So I click on B comma, and what should I count this, count USA, and done. C. Yeah, 4, and then I just copy paste by selecting those cells and say Control D. See this very nice formula. Count if, once again, let's do the count if for student and the number of apps they're applying to, number of colleges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I will just do it somewhere else. Is equals to, nee, let me first get all the student names. Okay. Data, data cleanup, remove duplicates. Okay. Okay. Now is equals to count if where in the application list, how many times Akash Sharma is showing. So where to search and what to search. Search for Akash Sharma and this. See. Yeah. So here you see,
Mm.
here you can also say how many US colleges they are applying to, how many UK colleges they are applying to. There's many things that many kind of analytics you can do. Yeah. But
Yeah.
we can start off with this, and I'm happy to do some one-on-one sessions. If you have any questions, just don't hesitate in reaching out to me because I can help you customize your systems very nicely. If you need any help, suggestions, thoughts in customizing it for yourself, we can do that. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, Devesh.
That's where we'll end today's session. It's 11:10. Yes, Anubhav, please go ahead. I mean, I'm happy to take questions now. Yes,
Sorry,
Anubhav.
I'm just extending this. I just had one question. You said that we can share a sheet with the student, also protect it and share it so that they also can access to it. Is it possible that we can share just a subsheet? Because then we will have to create a lot of spreadsheets for them, and it becomes a little hassled on our end also. So, like
Sure.
if we create one spreadsheet and share only one subsheet with them, is it possible?
Sure. What you want, let's say you have a database of summer schools, for example.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So you do one thing. First of all, sheet.new, uh, let's say summer, or let's say college database, because I have a college database
Mhm.
ready. College database. This can be shared with students and parents
Right.
and is equals to import range. What do you want to import? From this sheet, I want to import the college DB. So I go there, I copy it all, I double inverted comma, paste, double inverted comma. And within that, what I want to share, I want to share the college database. So copied that name, double inverted comma, exclamation mark, A1 till, let's say D1000. Yeah. Why D? Because some of these columns you might want to keep it private to yourself. If there is some information, let's say the admission officer's name and email ID, yeah,
Right.
AO name, you want, let's say Mr. X, yeah, but you don't want to share that over here, it will not show up over here. Yeah. Is that what you were asking for?
No, my thing is like in my data, I just create a college database for all the students and I have different subsheets for each student. So if I'm
Okay.
sharing a sheet with them, they will have access to all the students' subsheets and all. I don't want them, I just want them to have access to one subsheet rather than the entire
Right.
data sheet.
So for that, we need to use the filter function. Yeah.
Okay.
Filter it on what? There has to be a parameter. Let's say if in one of the columns you have a college database where it's a database specifically for Akash Sharma,
Right.
so filter it on that name.
Okay.
Hmm?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try this. I'll
There
try.
has to be a specific uh, condition on which you have to filter. Yeah.
Okay.
If you have to filter the whole data, if you have to fetch the whole thing, use the import range function. Import range alongside filter works like this. Yeah.
Right. Got it.
Okay. Happy to take more questions. I hope you found this helpful. The recording will be shared with you and I'll upload it on YouTube soon, so you'll be able to access it. And I'm here for another 5 minutes, so don't hesitate in asking questions. If there is a very specific question that you have, we can talk now. Yeah, I'm happy to help. Thank you so much for joining Saturday morning, and I hope this was valuable.
Hey, thank you, Devesh. It was bari welcome. Mine is very early morning, but I learned a lot. It was a very good refresher course. We usually mess up this VLOOKUP a lot, and we forget that. Ultimately, we'll put equal to and try to fetch it out. Okay, so
Absolutely.
many times we tend to miss a lead because we don't do the VLOOKUP thing in the indexing.
True, true, true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Then I'll just sign off. Okay, and look
Sounds awesome.
forward to and please
Thank
have a
you.
little later sessions.
Absolutely.
Okay. Bye,
Okay, I got it.
Devesh.
Bye. 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 Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so
Thank you
much,
so
Devesh. I mean,
much.
this was so enlightening because I've always been typing. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know that you can actually use a VLOOKUP or something. So for each student, I was typing which colleges they are applying to and what. I mean, it was such a tedious task. It takes
True.
hours and days, and I mean, sometimes months also to take so much of data. But this was so
Absolutely.
easy. I will get in touch with you personally also for
For
some of the
sure.
other work. And please keep us updated if there is any more workshops like this happening. It's really
I'll do that.
would
I'll do
love
that.
to
We'll
know.
plan a prompt engineering workshop very soon, and I'll
That'd be
I'll I'll
great.
send an invite to you for that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, Devesh.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you, Harminder ma'am.
Thank you so much, Devesh. So definitely we'll work on it. We'll work on the formulas you gave us. And wherever we are stuck, we'll definitely reach out to you.
Absolutely. Happy to help. Happy to help.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Kanishka.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you
you.
being
Bye,
patient
Divya.
and answering all my queries. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, anytime. Thank you, Divya.